today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be preparing for you some Jamaican Tun Cornmeal. That is the word, but if you want to say term, it's up to you. And the Callaloo. I'll be doing it as a one-pot dish. Post notification shout out goes today to Jabri Omner. I hope I did pronounce that okay. And Sheppy Bradshaw. And I want to pause right here also to say special thanks to my patrons that have been making my page possible. If you are watching this video and you would like to be a part of my Patreon family, where there are some videos that I have never shown on my YouTube channel, check in the description of this and all my other videos. There will be a link. All you gotta do, just click on it. Let's get right back to the video. Tun Cornmeal and Callaloo. It's a Jamaican thing, and I'm going to be making it one pot. For this dish, you're going to need some cornmeal, of course. Nice cornmeal, coarse grain. You're going to need some freshly squeezed coconut milk. Make sure it's fresh. If you have to use the packed ones, make sure it's rich so you use a lot. We're going to need some chopped herbs and seasonings. These are them. So I have here some Scotch bonnet pepper. I have some thyme. And I did remove these small sprigs from this big one. We don't want this big main one in there. I've got a medium onion sliced. I've got 5 pegs of garlic sliced. Okay? Callaloo is a must. I've put a little butter as I go along. Right here I've got me a little oil, maybe about 1/16. It's a little less than 1/8 of a cup of oil. Use your oil of choice. I'm putting it, getting it heated. Just run mediumly, not too hard. We're gonna saute all those little stuff. Okay? So I'm gonna get my little herbs in. You wanna call them seasonings, you call them. I'm using my Scotch bonnet pepper seeds and all. If you feel like you cannot take the heat, you can just remove your seeds. So this is what I want to do. I just want to get the flavors. You know, when we do it like this, and this is a stainless steel and this spoon and pot. So you got to hear that. And you go, oh, but you know what happened? It is what it is. So use what you want to use. Gonna get my flame up back a bit, and I'm gonna let it start doing its thing. Got me here my cornmeal, my coconut milk. I'll be putting a tablespoon of salt, and I'm gonna dissolve my salt in my coconut milk. You might not want to do that. That's totally up to you. Okay? Now it's time to have my Callaloo, and I did my Callaloo on my own, but you can get yours at the farmer's market, and if you don't want to do it, you don't want to strip, wash, and cut, it's totally up to you. You can get it all done like I did mine. And if you want to get the Callaloo and do it on your own as I just did this, there's a video that I've done, I think almost 6 years ago. I will link that up for you. Still on here, and you want to mix up your sauteed herbs in your Callaloo. Because you're not going to wait for the Callaloo here for steam, you know. I'm going to show you. You're going to do it along with the cornmeal in here. So you want to put it in right there. I guess when you're stir frying, if there is such a thing, stir fry Callaloo. Yeah, not a fan of it though. It's what you do. Right at this point, with your flame up a bit, I'm going to be putting in about 1/2 of my coconut milk. This is Tun Cornmeal if you're just starting here on the video, if you didn't start from the beginning. And I hope that you did not click off the ads. Please let the ads run. Thank you. So you're putting in your milk. Is a ton up thing, it's just a mix up, ton up. Tun Cornmeal, just as how it sounds, that's what we do. We ton it. Let us get our flame down a bit. We're gonna turn right back here to our cornmeal. I'll be using a little of my milk to mix my cornmeal. I want my cornmeal to go in there smooth. I don't want to try to put it in there. So I don't want to try to put my cornmeal in there dry. I want to mix it as a paste. Okay? I'm gonna get me a little more liquid, which is water. So our cornmeal. Okay? in. So you want to have your cornmeal. You don't want to put it in there all dry. You're going to experience problems. You're going to start having lumps. And once it hits the hot liquid, it's going to be so hard. So you want to get your little cornmeal in. You can use a little water because look here, this thing is nice, you know, very nutritious. 1 pot meal. Really nutritious. More than the Callaloo rice. So with our cornmeal in, we're going to start folding in our cornmeal with our Callaloo. This dish requires some liquid to cook, you see? So don't worry about what is happening. So we have enough coconut milk and all of that. What we're going to be doing, you see I dissolved? You saw me there, I dissolved. Wow. Look at this. Wow, that's how you want it looking. You saw me there dissolving my my salt inside my coconut milk, which makes it so easier. So at this point, you want to taste if you have, oh, you see that richness? You see that? You see this richness from this coconut milk with this Callaloo? We want to taste a bit. Dissolve your salt. You just, let me tell you, just use it. I know I had a pound of cornmeal and I have like about a medium-sized bundle of Callaloo. Dissolve your salt in the coconut milk. You'll never go wrong. Let me tell you something. We're going to come back now with a little butter. Butter to your liking. The heat will just melt it. Shoot them up on this. 1 pot. This is the easiest Jamaican Tun Cornmeal and Callaloo. Let me tell you something. That's it. It's not hard. It doesn't require a lot of stuff. You're going to cover your pot and you're going to leave it on a low flame to steam. You are going to come back probably 2 or 3 times to start the turning process. But when that is ready to happen, I return. Now, with all that steam built up in there, and you see that the liquid looks like it's evaporating, now it's the time for you to start turning. I think I'm on too much of a high flame. So I have removed mine to a smaller burner. That burner is really big. So has it? Look at this. You're just going to mix up your ton, okay? And I did talk about that ton thing already, so I'm not going to get into it again. You see, you're seeing no raw cornmeal or no uncooked cornmeal right there. Everything is turning over. So you scrape around. Look at this. This is how you do it. You scrape around, all around these corners, and then you just fold it over. That's how you do it. You fold it over. Each time, you don't want any more water for this. Actually, you don't. You know? So, make sure you get everything off the spoon. You see everything is just mellow, incorporated and mellow. So, well, I should say you don't want any more liquid or something. Let me not say that, because some people likes it really soft. You know, some people like it so soft. So you're going to leave that now. Scrape everything around. And you maybe come back maybe 1 or 2 times to do the same until it's of the consistency that you like. So this is going to bring you into about 20 to 25 minutes for the cornmeal to be properly cooked. Remember, cornmeal takes a long time to cook. It needs liquid for it to expand and to get into those granules and be properly cooked. Make sure that you have it somewhere where steam is building up. Also, as you turn it down the bottom there, it's gonna catch to the bottom. That is when at the end of it, you get the part, we call it bun in a Jamaica. Callaloo and Tun Cornmeal, a Jamaican 1-pot meal. I'm turning around our ton. And you see how it balls up? You see that? Now, and right here, we have it catching in the bottom. Look at that. You want to have yours finishing like that because there is a flavor that is in the pot that is catching in the pot there. We call it in Jamaica, we call it the bun. A lot of people know about it. This is not my very first Tun Cornmeal, but it's the first incorporating it with some leafy vegetables. Now, the question that you have on your mind for me, I know, Debbie, I've never done this thing. I've never eaten it. How do I know when this thing is cooked? Just like how you do a callaloo rice, you know when your rice cooked. You can actually see when your rice is cooked. If you're familiar with this dish, you can actually see it too. But come along, let me show you how you know when this thing is cooked. You want to try to get a little of the cornmeal of itself. And you can get the callaloo in it too. You want to taste. You have never done it before, you're not familiar, you're not an expert on it, so you would like to know. Now, when the cornmeal is properly cooked, it's smooth. You won't taste any grains. Remember, cornmeal is grainy. You won't taste because it's cooked until it's smooth. You also will taste your callaloo. I've tasted a piece of the stalk. We will go a little more. Our cornmeal is almost there. No grains, smooth. Number two, wow, this thing is beautiful. Can I tell you? Oh my God. Now, as you go into this, I don't know. Let me get my thing all covered. I'm letting out all my steam. Wow. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be having a feast today. I know. I don't know how many people. There are a lot of people that does this different ways. But I don't know if they know when the cornmeal is cooked without tasting it. When you put the cornmeal, whether with the callaloo or you're just doing it on its own, as it takes it and it starts cooking, you smell the cornmeal. Yes, the cornmeal has smell. And it goes the same way with the cornmeal porridge. You start smelling it. And as it cooks, the smell starts getting higher and higher. When you find out that you're not smelling that much again, and actually you stop smelling it, the cornmeal is cooked. It's totally cooked. If it's porridge, it's cooked. You looking and tell me how many of you know that you can use your smelling, your sense of smelling, to know when cornmeal porridge is ready or when your Tun Cornmeal is ready. That's a tip for you. So when you see me next, this will be all cooked. Let me tell you, I am definitely looking forward to eating some of this. Look at this. You see that steam? I think right there. I'm going to turn my flame off. One final turn. You see how it's boiling up. You see how it's sticking to the spoon. You see that? It's ready. You see that? You have some people, they like it a little more drier. So you'd have to go some more. Okay? What I'm going to do at this point, I am going to be making a serving for you. So I've got a bowl here. I'm going to wet it. So you just wet your bowl with some, you see that? You see? Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Beautifully done. So you wet your bowl with just regular tap water, and then you don't dry it, you know, just wet it and let it drain. Look at this beauty. So I'm just going to let it stay there, sit in the bowl, and I'm going to allow it to set. You allow it to set. If you know, you allow it to set to the wet bowl, and then I'll come back. I'll show you how you just invert it onto your serving plate or platter. So here we go. You saw me put it in there. So we are going to try to see if it's, you know, like loose in there. You see that? So it's like a cake. So you see it's pulling up in there. That means it is okay. So you're going to just, you don't want to press it down or anything. This thing is really hot. Ooh. I'm just going to gently lift my bowl. From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach, it is Jamaican Tun Cornmeal and Callaloo one pot meal. Please do enjoy. Now, if you have liked this video, remember to give me a big fat thumbs up. Remember to make sure that you're subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey. When you do, hit the notification bell. Yes, press the option that says all, and then you'll be notified whenever we make these dishes. Give them a close-up on this one. If you want to get it sliced, you have to wait until it's definitely cooled down and firm. Then you make your slices. That's how you get the slices. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching.